The Houston Rockets just won their 51st game of the season, making them a near lock to finish with the second best record in the Western Conference. And for a team whose rotation largely consists of players 23 and under, this is a serious feat. And it's an even more serious feat when you are potentially the best player on the second best team in the Western Conference. That might be the case for Amen Thompson, because 2 years into his NBA career, Amen has ascended over the course of this season at a rate that should leave Rockets fans thinking of endless possibilities. At just 22 years old, Amen Thompson has already established himself as one of the best defenders in the NBA, one of the best transition scorers in the NBA, a constantly improving passer and finisher in the half court, and since becoming a starter for the Rockets nearly 40 games ago, he is averaging over 16 points, 9 boards, and nearly 5 assists to go along with 3.3 stocks per game. Those are ridiculous numbers for a second-year player, and the numbers are great, but it's more than that. He just does things that aren't normal.
Here comes Thompson. Oh! To the rim with authority. Spike from behind by Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson on the move into the lane. How about that?
In a league full of the best athletes in the world, from LeBron James to Zion Williamson to freaks like Victor Wembanyama, amongst all of these anomalies, Amen Thompson and his brother Asar might be the freakiest athletes of all. I'm talking physically, okay? Otherwise, we all know Zion would win that. But anyways, don't just take it from me, that's exactly what LeBron James said. You see his brother in yesterday's game? I think Cade Cunningham said it best. He said, they are different. They ain't like the rest of us. I've been able to do some things in my career, and those two guys, they're just pure athleticism. They love the game, and you love to see that. Now, LeBron, I love you're trying to be relatable, but they aren't like the rest of us. And 99% of the NBA, I would agree. You're in that 1%. But ignoring that part, he's right. In a league full of freakish athletes, you still have players that are a different level, and the Thompson twins are those guys. I mean, every coach and every player says the same thing about them. There definitely is a difference in the 1% of 1% athletes, and he's one of them. I think all NBA guys are in the 1% of the general population. He's in the 1% of the NBA population. And there are certain players so explosive, so freakish, that they will make plays which just leave the opposition crowd in awe.
Green's basically been the Rockets' offense. Oh, back by Thompson.
That's the sound of a crowd that couldn't cheer for an opposition player, but they did the next best thing, which was collectively go, oh, yes, oh, indeed. That is what Amen Thompson does. He leaves you in awe at his athletic ability. And when you combine top 1% level NBA athleticism with a relentless work ethic, a unique skill set, and a terrific basketball IQ, well, you get someone who looks like a future all-star, all-NBA, all-defensive level player. There is no ceiling for Amen Thompson, because how do you put a ceiling on someone who can do things like this? That was Amen Thompson throwing down a dunk at such ferocity that he might have bended time and space temporarily. And what's so special about this play is this was an example of his competitive nature. Because if you can remember back a couple of months ago, this happened.
Hero and Amen Thompson locking up. Oh my goodness.
Gets thrown to the floor.
Yes, an altercation involving Amen Thompson and Tyler Hero, in which Amen threw Hero to the ground in a game which the Rockets eventually lost, with Hero talking after the game about Amen's frustration being a result of him being cooked by Hero during that game. Well, in the second matchup between those guys, Amen was out for revenge, and he got revenge because what he did to Tyler Hero and the Heat in that game was nothing short of terrifying. Watch him guarding Hero here. Hero just loses control of the ball, and once you lose control to Amen Thompson, good luck beating him in the open court, as he just bolted down the other end for the dunk? Or how about the anticipation on this play? He's initially guarding Wiggins. He switches onto Bam in the post. He then switches back to Ware, and watch him here jump the gap at Wiggins, not allowing him to get downhill and just taking the ball away from him before getting a transition dunk. And then of course, he was making plays on offense as well. Like here where he got the ISO he was dreaming of against Tyler Hero, and he's too quick, too strong, going straight past him to the rim and then letting him know about it afterwards as well. And you could just watch this one performance and see things that you pretty much never see from other NBA players. Look at him here going behind the back to discard Davion Mitchell before a hard cross left to right to beat Bam, and then just getting straight to the rim. Or this time against Kevin Love, which I don't need to tell you is an unfair matchup, as he attacks Love in drop with that little hesitation dribble and then the ability to hang, absorbing the contact and still getting it to drop. And that play right there is really important to watch when talking about Amen Thompson, because I know a lot of people immediately say all you have to do is sag off and just make him shoot. But the thing is, when you sag off against players like Amen, Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, these players that are so freakish, they can still get past you because of how quick, how explosive they are, and how quickly they can go from point A to point B, taking off and then just hanging in the air and contorting their body in ways that are indefensible at times. And we saw that on full display in this game against Miami, with the men finishing the game with 18 points, 9 boards, 5 assists, 7 steals, 1 block, and the win, holding Tyler Hero to 3 of 11 shooting, 8 points, and 6 turnovers. There's something eerie about a player who can lock in on a given opponent and just completely dominate that matchup physically and mentally before then trash talking them in a calm and composed way after the game.
I mean, he wasn't doing the thing, this time, yeah.
Those are the kind of players who you do not want to fire up. He's not someone who needs that extra motivation, but if you give it to him, I guarantee it'll be a bad decision. And this speaks to what makes Amen so great. It's the intangibles, not just the competitiveness, but what he does on the court. There are guys who might be really good at 1 or 2 major intangibles in basketball. They draw charges, they hustle for loose balls. Amen does it all. He walls up on defense, he hustles for loose balls, he fights over screens, and he crashes the offensive glass. Oh, does he crash the offensive glass? Just look at a play like this, where Green takes the pull-up 2, and watch Amen wrestle with Allen to grab the offensive board, and like a good wide receiver, he keeps his toes inbounds whilst managing to kick it out to Fred for the open 3 in the process. And this is something he does consistently. Not only grabbing those offensive boards, but turning them into instant offense for his team. Whether that's him throwing down nasty putback dunks, like this one where he grabbed the Jalen Green airball out of the air and just threw it in, or it's him grabbing the board and then finding the open shooter. This is the kind of offense that often gets overshadowed, but is often a staple of the best teams in the NBA. And when it comes to intangibles, you don't have to worry. Amen Thompson has every single one of them you could ask for, in addition to such a unique skill set for someone his size with his athleticism. And to top all of this off, just to truly ruin the NBA, he's starting to look more confident shooting the ball. I'm not about to tell you he's going to be a 40% three-point shooter, but he's looking more confident. His release is looking more fluid, and if that shot becomes viable consistently, good luck trying to guard him. Because even right now, with defenses giving him the Ben Simmons treatment at times, he just eats up that space and attacks. They'll have zero answer if he can shoot at a consistent rate alongside his ability to get downhill. Zero answer. Now, if you made it all the way to the end of the video and want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Dropping a like on the video would be cool. Most importantly, have a great day. Bye.